Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are getting ready to continue the quest from last time, which is talk to Bregoleth and hear of the years she spent in Eregion long ago.
It pained Celebrimbor to see the woods and fens so ill-treated, but he did not want to harm his alliance with the men of Numenor.
He counseled them to take greater care of the land, but his words were not heeded. Galadriel's sorrow became too great, and she turned her attention to Laurel Doranan and other distant lands. Celebrimbor gave up the woods as lost, turning all his attention and skill towards mastering his craft. Together, Celebrimbor and his fellowship of jewelsmiths became the most renowned workers of riches in all of Middle-earth. If they could not halt the slow degradation of the land's beauty, they would at least seek to supplement and preserve it through their craft. And so, they were ensnared.
I can still see this city as it was, during the height of its beauty. So much was lost.
Wow. Wow, this looks fantastic. The Silver Bastion became a shining jewel itself, a beacon of art and music and culture that drew the attention and the love of many from distant lands. Caras Galebron and Mirabelle became places of such beauty they recalled the fabled elf halls of old, and trade what London derived. But not all who watched this from afar watched with friendly eyes. In the land of Mordor, to which he fled following the defeat of his master Morgoth, Sauron seethed. He feared the rising might of Numenor, and despite having drawn orcs and other fell creatures to his service, he knew he did not possess the overwhelming numbers with which his master had dominated the world in past days of triumph. He devised a scheme by which he would use his enemies' weaknesses against them, and so he came to Eregion in fair guise, masking his true nature. Follow Bregoleth and listen as she weaves her tale.
He called himself Ontheron.
Word of your craft skill has spread far and wide, my lord Celebrimbor, even in the uttermost west. I am humbled by your presence here, Antheron. I see in your arrival an omen of good fortune. Accept my greetings and my welcome. You will be my honored guest. Antheron had gone first to Lindon, but Gil-galad mistrusted him and refused to treat with the strange newcomer. It was in Caras Galebron that the Lord of Gifts found one whose lineage and whose hunger for secret knowledge made him the perfect target for Antheron's promises. Celebrimbor could not resist, and before long the new arrival became a mentor to him and to the jewelsmiths of Eregion.
Not all who dwelled at Caras Galebron trusted this new arrival. Celeborn saw something in the Lord of Gifts that troubled him.
I cannot say why I am so disquieted or neural. I share your unease, my lord. The bright company will go wherever you lead. Show us this threat and we will end it. But that is the heart of the problem, my friend. What is the threat? Though Galadriel had gone, Celeborn remained at Caras Galebron. As Eregion's chief defender, he refused to abandon these lands and sought instead to protect them against the stranger who had seized Celebrimbor's ear. Antheron hated the Bright Company and its deeds and summoned one threat after another to trouble them. Celeborn and his warriors were often drawn away from the city, and many a noble elf was slain in these engagements. But still the Lord of the Bright Company could not connect these rising threats with the newcomer Antheron, and his too ready smiles. Or
Despite the
Anatar.
mistrust of some at Celebrimbor's city, Antheron did not remain idle. He gathered to himself promising students and gave to them secret knowledge. But whatever he taught them, always he held something in reserve. Always there was more to be learned, more instruction to be given.
I recognize this one. Oh, I reckon, how will we know we have mastered what thou hast taught? The most promising among you will know, Narmaleth. Oh. Trust me. That's very interesting, because Narmaleth is somebody that shows up somewhere else in the game. The students were not his only pupils. As the years passed, Antheron grew more and more brazen. Celebrimbor and his jewelsmiths fell further beneath his thumb, ensnared by his promises of secret knowledge, and the working of crafts both beautiful and powerful. Wow. The jeweled town and the silver bastion thrived, and the glory of Celebrimbor and his jewelsmiths only increased year after year. But the true masterpiece of Caras Gelabrin was its ring forge.
Antheron convinced the jewelsmiths to forge great rings of power. Long they toiled, until at last their work was complete.
A set of 7 and a set of 9. You are certain these great rings will help preserve the land? They will help protect the lands of those who wear them, my lord. Give them to the hole diggers and the fellers of trees. The degradations they cause will be slowed. I called your arrival an omen of good fortune, Lord of Gifts. And yet I undervalued the help you would provide. I serve the powers, my lord, as do I in all things. Celebrimbor gave to the king of dwarves and men the rings he had made, and for a time he knew peace, not knowing he had been deceived, not knowing that what he had done would nearly undo the world. Shortly afterwards, Antheron departed. He would return to Eregion only once more, and when he did, he would bring death and destruction with him. But after he was gone, Celebrimbor began to doubt. In time, suspicion awakened in his heart, and he began to worry that Antheron had ensnared him by his own greed and some devious scheme. He decided to use the art he had learned to forge 3 more great rings, unknown to the treacherous Lord of Gifts. He believed he and his kinfolk could use these 3 rings for protections, should matter go ill. Antheron returned to Mordor, and in the heart of his kingdom he cast aside his fair guise. He had no more need for deception. In Mordor, the Dark Lord Sauron sought the fulfillment of the scheme for which he had planned, walking unnoticed among his hated enemies for so many years. Leave Bregoleth behind to hear the end of her tale, which lies ahead within the mountains of fire.
You go on ahead. My words will guide you, but I go no further than this.
Oh good, I get to go into the heart of Mordor by myself. into the heart of Mount Doom. Yay. Oh, this is creepy. Yeah, this is creepy. Of course, it is Mordor. It is Mount Doom. I imagine it's supposed to be.
In the fiery heat of Orodruin, Mount Doom, Sauron forged the ruling ring. One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all. And in the darkness bind them. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie,
Complete it. Instance, the giver of gifts. Ooh, that was actually very well done.
Celebrimbor had kept one of the three for his own.
At the moment that Sauron placed the ruling ring on his own finger, Celebrimbor knew his danger. He removed his ring and vowed to never wear it again, lest his mind be dominated by the Dark Lord. Those of the jewelsmiths who had similarly kept rings were made to give them up, sometimes by force, and the 3 rings were sent in secret to hidden bearers. Messages were sent to men, dwarves, and elves in which Celebrimbor admitted his folly and warned of the coming war. So were the folk made ready to defend Middle-earth, but it would not be enough to save Eregion from the ravages of Sauron. The gates of Mordor opened, and the armies of Sauron came forth. He would seize as many of the rings of power as he could find, but the 3 remained hidden to him, and he touched them not. Talk to Meneldir on the slope northwest of Carasgelabrin.
The gates of Mordor? The armies of Sauron? What did I miss?
Surely it is not as bad as all that. Sauron has been dead for 3,000 years, and today Mordor is an empty land. Meneldir squints at Bregoleth. Sometimes elves have trouble marking the passage of years. I mean no offense, Alvarel. Oh, hi. That's a nice upgrade. I would definitely take that.
I returned Tegwin to Mossward.
And while I was unable to coax a promise not to venture again into the wild, his parents gave him enough chores to keep him occupied at least until adulthood, at which point I think our obligation to keep him safe must surely lapse. I swore no oath to the farmers of Swanfleet. Meneldir studies your expression and sighs heavily. Dundwil did not speak kindly of me, did he? I am not surprised, Alvarel. In my heart I still hold the cause of the Dunedain most dear, but I understand my folk may not believe it, and I cannot deny the breaking of my oath. But who is your new friend? If she hates the orcs as we do, and is willing to aid us, perhaps she can help us track down several of their leaders. Rumor of 3 such villains has preceded me here, and I cannot help but think the work would go more quickly if we were to split up, each of us to deal with one.
I have hated Orkkind for much longer than you have been alive, Dunedain.
As for the oaths you have taken or broken, I know he to whom you are sworn, or should be. I know what he desires to become. Ask not if I will help you, Ranger of the North. Ask instead if you are strong enough and courageous enough to lend any assistance to Bregoleth of Imladris, of which she could have any need. Bregoleth smirks at Meneldir, an amused light dancing in her eyes. The ranger stares back, his mouth open. I will slay one of your Uruk fleeters, Meneldir, and Alvaro will slay another. Can you be trusted to deal with the third? Show their locations to us on the elf's map, and we will see it done. Afterwards, we can meet at Holbold, a camp of my people to the north of here. Okay, so, before we do any of that, we have a bunch of other stuff that we need to do. And we should probably get some of this stuff off of our books. So we have some wargs, which are actually very close to here. So we will defeat them. Wow. This place was surely beautiful, as if we saw from that instance. No, I don't have... Do I? No. Wood. Woodworking. Are we going this way? I guess we must be. Perhaps we should eat something. That's only non-combat. Would like something with... Oh, we don't have much of anything. Mushroom pie. I don't think we have any... need to kill trees. That doesn't mean they won't kill us if we hang around them too long. That's a rockworm, which we'll probably have to get out of our way. And I see they've given us low-level versions of the mobs in Eregion. It's very good. I would prefer not to handle level 45, 50 mobs here. Those holly trees are probably still not the most funnest thing to kill, even at level 13, but we'll try one. Oh, they're easy. But none of that's what we're looking for. Ah, org. That is what we're looking for. Oh, that's not what we were looking for, but okay. Org. Okay. Two more. That's not a warg. That's a warg. One more. That's still not a warg. The Craven. Another thing that you see commonly in Eregion. Ah. Finally. Okay. That's done. You've obtained a work pelt. Oh, yay. That's what I really want. An now we have that. Climb the riverbank to the southwest. Which is kind of far away. Actually, I think we're going to get on a horse. Yeah, I am. I really do appreciate that they, one, kept the mobs in Eregion the same even for the lower level portion of it. And two, made them lower level, so, well, you know, reasons. And yeah, he can chase me. He's not gonna catch me, but he can chase me. Seeing that instance, it kind of makes you even a little more sad for the state of the city now, because it was quite beautiful. Oh, we might as well kill this one because he's directly in our way. I think this is where some of the other stuff we need to do is, supposedly. I could have sworn at any rate. The river poses a natural barrier against incursions from this direction. Where are rushes? Not far from here. Where are turtles? Kind of the same direction as the rushes. Oh, well. Sorry, turtle. Oh, you weren't one of the ones I needed to kill. So now I'm doubly sorry. Now the turtles more remind me of mobs in Great River. Although they are in other places, I just reminded of Great River the most. Get rid of the sickle fly. Oh, didn't I have things I could swap out? I did get some rewards. Nope, that wasn't it. Yes, this. Which is a whole lot better armor than what I've been wearing. So, we're absolutely putting that on. Huh. Hi, Toad. Have any of those on this side? Yes, we do. Well, I figure if I can avoid killing it this time, I will. They did used to be guardians of the land. They've just become... I don't know. Some of them have become corrupted. I think some of them are just angry. We got some Avant over there. Of course, we have our heron. Stork. Oh, that's a stork. Hi. You're big. You're a big creature. You could almost fight an orc by yourself. Okay, so we have to do turtles here and look for someone. I think these are the turtles we wanted. You have discovered LOTRO. Yep, these are the turtles we want. Okay.
How can I be of service?
Well met, minstrel. You're just in time. I am afraid that I have gotten my foot trapped here. I managed to fend off the turtles thus far, but help is appreciated. You managed to free him. Freed, I can make my way back to Ecad Terthas on my own now. I thank you for your assistance. Okay. Cache of old notes. You recover some scholar's notes. Treasure cache. You have found an ancient treasure cache. Okay. Wasn't what I was expecting to find, but I'll take it. Four more. Then I won't have to kill any more of you unless you actually attack me. One more. And a backpack. So we'll take whatever's in that. Probably a few coin. That's usually about all there is. Okay, we are like... Guess we can head back. But let's get out of this spot where we can't see anything. That would be wonderful. And yes, it is like this in Great Rivers. In the area where the Avant and the turtles live, you can barely see anything for all the rushes. If we have to go swimming, we have to go swimming, but it almost looks like we're going to be able to ride across. Wasn't expecting that. But I'll take it. I love the reflections. We are back at camp. We can turn in a whole bunch of stuff. Hopefully that was everything. I should probably check. Yeah, it does look like it. Okay.
What do you need?
I thank you for your attention to this task. It is no easy feat to defeat a dread turtle. You have my thanks.
Ah, you are most welcome back.
I see the turtles were not too much for you to handle. I'm looking forward to cooking these rushes up right away. You have my thanks.
Even so far from the lands of the enemy, there is dread upon my heart.
It is good that the approaches to Celebrimbor are mostly free of enemies, but my heart grieves that orcs and other such foes already stalk the lanes of the city. Thank you for your efforts on behalf of our people.
Will you aid us?
This pelt. I should have known. These are no ordinary wargs. It is as the rumors suggested. These fell beasts are a plague upon these lands. I fear it will be difficult to contain this threat if we do not act quickly. Take this pelt to Ravandris in Idobel, northeast of here. Follow the main road and cross the bridge to the north. She has been keeping watch in western Eregion, and my suspicions of this new threat come from her more recent reports. This should prove to be of value to her. She will have more information for you. Alright, so where does that leave us with the quest? Mostly headed in that general direction, it seems. Alright, where are we headed? Along the road, the left, go straight. Well, this isn't a road. I think we just totally overshot the road. Hello. Goodbye. Once again, he can follow me. I don't care. I have more pressing matters at hand than... Of course, that one's going to shoot arrows in my back as I go by, because of course he is. Yep, we're going the right way. Alright, so let's take a look at the scenery as we ride. I think we've lost the ergs that we passed. And of course, because it is Eregion, and it's still very scarred from the war with Sauron. It is both beautiful and wild and kind of desolate. And full of fell creatures, of course. which we're going to try to avoid that one, although he can't catch us any more than the others can. I still don't feel like him sticking his pointy roots through my horse. It feels weird knowing that we're so close to the part of Eregion where, we probably shouldn't go. At least not unless we want to get chased by everything. You have discovered Idhobel. Idhobel?
Hello there.
And with that, it looks like, with the exception of Ecad Mirabelle, which we will definitely not be attempting to get, we have got all the stables here in the new area. So awesome. So we will pick up from here next time. And if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And it's all very much appreciated. Until then, bye for now.